Hi, my name is Grace Doolin, and today I will be talking to you about the right side of the internet and how the alt-right is using the internet to radicalize people into bigotry and hatred. Trigger warning for racism, anti-Semitism, any kind of alt-right related stuff, for obvious reasons. This is the introduction video for a 4-part series. This video will provide some context and definitions that I will be using later in the videos. The first video is on how people are being radicalized online. The second is on who is being radicalized online. And the third is on how we got here and where we are going. I will also put out there that nothing in this video is comprehensive. If I were to try to make it a complete video series on this, it would be several days long. As you are watching this video online, I am going to make the assumption that anyone watching this knows what the internet is. I'm now going to give a very basic run-through of what the alt-right is. The term alt-right was coined by famous proponent of the white ethno-state, Richard Spencer. I will be using the term in this video because it is the mainstream name for the movement. But in doing so, I am in a way caving to how they want to be framed. The alt-right is not a group, but a network. Who is or is not part of the alt-right is very complicated. Are online creators who act as gateways to far-right ideologies part of the alt-right? Marjorie Taylor Greene is arguably part of the alt-right. What does that make the congressional Republicans who support and enable her? Trying to parse out an objective definition or hard line as to who is or is not alt-right is completely useless. It really comes down to the Justice Potter Stewart quote, "I know it when I see it." There is no standard set of alt-right beliefs. While there is a lot of overlap and agreement, there is no official or even commonly agreed upon ideology. That's how you get fundamentalist Christian nationalists and outrageous alt-right queer figureheads like Milo Yiannopoulos in the same sphere of beliefs. Despite such large contradictions, these people find solidarity in the common idea that the left is bad and wants to hurt me personally. It gives a very basic solution to hard problems like economic failures and job losses. A commonly held formula for beliefs that can be found among the alt-right is X is hurting Y. Whether that be an argument as silly as Ben Shapiro's recent argument saying that Cardi B's music is ruining children and American culture, or something as serious as Tucker Carlson's constant assertion that immigrants are ruining the American economy and are hurting our values and beliefs. Or even going back to the 1950s with communists are ruining America in the era of McCarthyism. These arguments are very black and white and basic. It puts the blame for any bad thing happening on some vague other, the communist threat, immigrants in general. That's why people want to believe the alt-right's arguments. Another big part of their success is their lack of membership roles, official leadership, or hard and fast structures. Their anonymity and fluidity allows for constant change and shields anyone from facing accountability for their actions. Once a name for your beliefs, such as race realist or gender critical, becomes toxic to your arguments, you just find a new name. Now you're a Western truth seeker or an ancestral defender. When figureheads fall out of grace or lose all mainstream credibility, they're easily replaced by the next new, fresh, almost always white face. Part of this works because there are two different kinds of members of the alt-right. There are figureheads and foot soldiers. Your figureheads are people like Milo Yiannopoulos, Candace Owens, Stefan Molyneux, Lauren Southern. They are the celebrities and influencers of the alt-right. They do a lot of work in mass recruiting and PR cleanups when things go awry. Like most kinds of internet celebrities, figureheads can come and go while the community remains very strong. They are the mouthpiece, but they are not the only possible mouthpiece. The other type of member is the foot soldier. These are the people in the forums. These are the people in the trenches doing the dirty work. The vast majority of the alt-right are these foot soldiers. These are the people who are really truly doing the organizing within the community. They also play a huge part in people's radicalization because unfortunately, a lot of them would be perceived as just normal people. They're your cousin, they're your uncle, they're that kid in your class that has just a few too many opinions on World War II. They have friends, family, and other interests. They can be funny. They will pretend or even actually be your friend in order to get you to side with their beliefs. Where the figureheads are mouthpieces, they are seen as influencers. Any relationship you have to them will be one-sided. The foot soldiers are other people in your community online. They're other users of your subreddit. They are people that you talk to on a semi-regular basis. The figureheads bring you in through a typical influencer parasocial relationship, while the foot soldiers are the reason you stay. They provide real community, but that community is based around bigotry and hate. Most of the foot soldiers are anonymous, so when a figurehead becomes completely disgraced, the foot soldiers will still be in the forums doing the work to harass women in video games. That's how the movement stays growing even after public outrage forces all of their figureheads to hide from public view. There are also levels to this. Not everybody who would be considered in the alt-right network is a full-blown neo-Nazi. But a lot of these people, even without realizing it, are contributing to the radicalization of others. With that context as to what the alt-right is and how they operate, the next 3 videos will be about the tactics used to radicalize and the systems enabling them, what kind of people are being radicalized, and how we got to this point and where we are going from here.